Have you ever wondered why Jude Bellingham wore the number 22 jersey before heading to Real Madrid? When he was just 12 years old, he dreamed of being a number 10. But then his coach, Mike Dodds, pitched him the idea of number 22 instead. The genius behind it? It combines the roles of a 4 defensive midfielder, an 8 box-to-box, and a 10 attacking midfielder. So when you add 4 to 8 and 10, you get 22. That idea really hit Jude, and he wore it ever since till he joined Real Madrid. Once he joined Real Madrid, he took inspiration from his idol, Zinedine Zidane, and switched to the number 5 jersey. The numbers on football players' jerseys are not just for identifying them on the pitch, they carry hidden meanings and stories. So, get ready to learn how and why your favorite players got their jersey numbers. Let's kick off with Aberdeen striker Hicham Zerouali. The Moroccan magician chose 0 as his jersey number because of his nickname Zero. However, it is outlawed by the Scottish Football Association later that year. So Zero became the first and only player to wear the number 0 on the back of his shirt in Scottish top-flight history. Gianluigi Buffon once stirred up quite the controversy by choosing number 88 for his Parma jersey in 2000, a number often associated with neo-Nazism. I picked 88 because it reminds me of 4 balls, and in Italy, we all know what that means, strength and determination. Buffon said I wanted 0-0, but the league said that was a no-go. I also thought about 0-1, but they didn't consider it a proper number. The Italian giant claimed he had no idea about the racist connotations and chose 88 just because 0-0 wasn't allowed. He should have played in the Scottish Premier League that season. Alright, let's talk about Asamoah Gyan, the guy who made wearing the number 3 as a striker a whole new vibe. From Udinese back in 2003-04 to wrapping up his career in Ghana with Legan Cities, this dude is stuck with number 3 like it's a badge of honor. And he's got a pretty interesting reason for it. I feel it's a powerful number. If you want to lift something heavy in life, you count 1, 2, and 3, so 3 is the final boss. It's powerful. This number 3 gave Asamoah Gyan extra power on the pitch, right? Let's move on with more wild stories about jersey number, and Zlatan's is right up there. Did he pick his jersey number, or did the jersey number pick him? Considering Zlatan thinks he's God, it is hard to say. Throughout his career, Zlatan's worn a ton of different numbers: 8, 9, 10, 11, 18, 21, 49. But when he returned to AC Milan later in his career, they revealed his new number, 21. And guess what? It looked just like his initials, ZI. But that's not the only reason. According to Zlatan, he let his oldest son choose the number 21, and Zlatan had his own reason to explain. When a reporter asked Zlatan why he chose 21, his response: "Because I'm 3 times better than Ronaldo." As we all know, Ronaldo's favorite number is 7, and 7 times 3 give you 21. Now it all adds up, and explain why Zlatan opted to 21 at the end of his career. Alright, so imagine this: you're a defender joining Chelsea in the Premier League, and they hand you the number 9 shirt. Like, the number for strikers. But somehow, that's exactly what happened to Khalid Boulahrouz, and honestly, it's one of the wildest jersey stories out there. The Dutch defender signed his Chelsea contract 2 days before the Middlesbrough game, and everything was so last minute he barely had time to find his locker, let alone pick a shirt number. The kit man starts rattling off numbers, leading with number 9, and then it's all downhill: 45, 47. Who's even picking these? So Boulahrouz, being the sensible man he is, thought, ain't no way I'm stepping on the field with some random high number like 47, so he just blurts out, "Alright, give me number 9. Yeah, you read that right, number 9, for a defender. Boulahrouz went on to reveal that then boss Jose Mourinho asked him why he chose number 9. "I told him I didn't want to play with a high number like 47 or 49. You can understand that, right? But Mourinho responded, "But number 2 is also available." And I was thinking, oh God, what am I doing? I guess that kid man set me up. Player like Boulahrouz dodging big number like 47, but there is also player who stick to it. Phil Foden is now a key player for Manchester City and was a huge part of their historic treble win in the 2022-23 season. Since making his debut for City back in 2017 at just 17 years old, Foden is stuck with the same jersey number, 47. But there's a deeper meaning behind it. Foden wears the number to honor his late grandfather, Ronnie, who passed away at 47. In fact, Foden was even offered the legendary number 10 jersey at City, but he turned it down, saying, "I just have a thing with 47. I'd like to create my own legacy and keep that number." Respect! Now, shifting gears to Declan Rice, who's one of the best midfielders around, but is still wearing the same number. 41 was actually just a random pick when he was coming up from the youth team in West Ham. Why don't he change it? He told Gary Neville in 2022, "I think Rice 41 has a nice ring to it. I've grown up playing in it, and I'm a bit superstitious about stuff like that. I'm not sure if changing numbers would mess with my game, you know?" So there you have it. Sometimes, it's all about the number and the luck you think it brings. When it comes to colorful characters in modern football, Nicklas Bendtner is basically a headline machine. Seriously, the guy could write a book on oddities, and his shirt number switch in 2009 is a prime example. He jumped from 26 to 52. Bendtner claimed it was all about good luck. "I switched from number 26 to number 52 because of an experienced fortune teller my mom knows. She thinks 26 is a terrible number for me because 2 plus 6 is equal to 8, which is my so-called bad number. What's more, 7 is my lucky number, the strength number. Too bad number 7 is taken by Tomas Rosicky. And 25, because 2 plus 5 is equal to 7, was Adebayer's, so that was a no-go too. They finally settled on 52. When the switch was made official, rumors flew around that it was to show off his £52,000 a week wages. But that was total nonsense. Now, let's move to the one and only Balotelli. If you're talking weird and wonderful in football, he's got to be in the mix. This Italian striker is best known for wearing number 45 throughout his globetrotting career at clubs like Inter Milan, Manchester City, AC Milan, Liverpool, and more. Legend has it he chose that number when he was a kid at Inter because, wait for it, since 4 plus 5 equals 9, the classic striker's number. You can't really argue with that logic, can you? Alright, let's talk about Ivan Zamorano, a name you might not hear every day, but this guy sure knew how to think outside the box when it came to shirt numbers at Inter Milan. So, here's the scoop. When Roberto Baggio rolled into the club, he snatched up the iconic number 10, leaving Ronaldo with the number 9. That left Zamorano with no number to call his own. Big Zamo was a little more on the nose, wearing the number 18 in Serie A but putting a little plus sign between the two numbers. It's become iconic. It's a sneaky move for sure, but you've got to admit, it's wonderfully silly. But here's something more crazy. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't even choose his iconic number 7. He straight up stole it. Since his teenage years, number 7 meant a lot to him. In 2003, Manchester United paid around $19 million for the Portuguese star, who dreamed of continuing his career with his beloved number 28. However, Sir Alex Ferguson realized how special Ronaldo is and forced him to inherit the legendary number 7. The number which previously been worn by great players like George Best, Brian Robson, Eric Cantona, and David Beckham. Today, 20 years after Ronaldo was given the number 7, no one, absolutely no one, has managed to wear it, as Ronaldo made it entirely his own. And from that moment on, no matter where he played, Man United, Real Madrid, Juventus, or even for Portugal, Ronaldo was inseparable from that number. It followed him everywhere, becoming so much a part of his identity that he branded himself as CR7. So when news broke that Ronaldo was signing a record-breaking deal with Al Nassr, it seemed impossible that he'd wear anything but number 7. The shirt belonged to Jalaluddin Musharrapov, Al Nassr's left winger. He is from Uzbekistan and joined the side in January 2021. He was already wearing the number 7 and wasn't about to give it up. The club even threatened to terminate his contract if he didn't switch. In the end, the guy gave in, opting for number 77 instead, so Ronaldo could keep rocking his lucky 7. Now Jalaluddin Musharrapov has been transferred to Esteghlal of Iran Persian Gulf and kept wearing number 77. Let's chat about Bruno Guimarães, the dynamo in Newcastle United's midfield who always got number 39 on his back. Now, here's the cool part. Bruno isn't just wearing that number because it looks good, it's got a deep, heartfelt backstory. Why? It's all about family and sacrifice. The number 39 gave me everything in life. It got me here to Newcastle. It fed me, clothed me, and paid for 3-hour bus rides to pursue my dream. Number 039 was the dispatch number of my father's taxi in Rio de Janeiro. So, That number? It's more than just a jersey, it's a tribute to the hustle and heart his parents put in to help him chase his dreams. Mickey van de Ven definitely shook things up when he landed at Tottenham Hotspur. You know how it is, central defenders usually sport numbers like 4, 5, or 6. But this Dutch guy went with number 37 instead. And there's a touching story behind that unusual number. Van de Ven chose it to honor a childhood friend who sadly passed away when they were younger. The 22-year-old shared that 37 was his late buddy's favorite number. Now that's some heartfelt motivation. Not every jersey number in football carries such emotional weight, though. Some are just weird. Apparently, Bixente Lizarazu is regarded as one of the best left-backs of his generation. It might sound as though Lizarazu was trying to get away with a schoolyard joke by having the number 69 on the back of his shirt. Number 69 is believed to be implicitly banned in NBA, and no NBA players has ever worn this number due to potential concerns over inappropriate or offensive associations. But Lizarazu has always insisted that he wore it for good reason. He was born in 1969, his height is 169 centimeters, and his weight at the time was 69 kilograms. The number 69 was just all over his life. Another famous player wearing number 39 is Manchester United midfielder Scott McTominay. He's one of the more dependable academy products we've seen since the Sir Alex Ferguson days. Now, you might wonder why he still rocks the same number he got when he first joined the senior squad. Well, it turns out he hasn't really thought about it too much. Nobody has ever said change your number. There's not been a single conversation about it, not 3 years ago, 2 years ago, or even last year. Nothing. I'm perfectly fine with that. I've never even asked or brought it up. So, 39 it is. Classic, right? No wonder why McTominay chose number 8 once he joined Napoli in 2024 summer. So, let's talk about Edgar Davids, right? This guy had a seriously legendary career, like major silverware vibes with Ajax, Juventus, and Inter Milan. But before he hung up his boots, he decided to shake things up in England. He rolls into Barnet as a player manager. Like, who even does that? Now, get this, he started off rocking the number 38, but in his second season, he snagged the number 1 shirt. Why? Oh, just because he tried to start a trend of outfield players wearing odd digit. Meanwhile, Graham Stack, the actual keeper, got pushed down to number 29, but he was all chill about it, saying, "Squad numbers mean nothing to me." Poor Stack, we felt you. Now, fast forward to the modern game and we gotta talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold's iconic number 66. This guy lifted everything from the Champions League to the Premier League with Liverpool. You'd think his number 66 is some cheeky nod to England's World Cup glory in 1966, but nah. The truth is way less glamorous. Kidman Lee Radcliffe just randomly threw it at him one day. Radcliffe recalled, "We don't want to give young player a low number or they might think they've made it, you know? So we picked number 66. Why not? He's a newbie." But obviously Alexander-Arnold is that laid back and got quite attached to the number. He's never asked once to change it. Now it's already quite an iconic number and it's only going to become more iconic as the years go by. Olympic athletics legend Usain Bolt has joined Norwegian side Strømsgodset and revealed his sensational squad number ahead of a friendly game against Norway under-19 side. The Jamaican wore the number 9.58, which is the world record he held for the 100-meter race. And this is not the only time Bolt did that. During a charity match against England in 2018, Bolt also wore the same number while playing for the Soccer Aid World 11. Special number, special meaning. To finish off, we've got the most bizarre situation when Tommy Oar made his debut for Australia wearing the number 121, a rarity in football, considering squad numbers usually stick to double digits. So how did he pull that off? Well, the tournament required players to register their numbers ahead of time, and since a few years had passed before Oar finally got his chance, over 100 players had already claimed their digits. So, there he was, rocking 121 on his shirt. He told the press, "Well, it wasn't only me that had a very strange number in that camp, because I remember before the Asian Cup qualifiers began, I'm pretty sure that the FFA had to register any potential Australian player and give them a number that couldn't be changed. So I guess the numbers would have been registered 1 or 2 years before that when I would have been 16 or something at the time." Yeah, so I would have been the 121st player registered, and then I guess when I was selected 12 months later, or whatever it was, the number couldn't be changed. So it's quite a funny story. Which of these jersey number do you think is the strangest? What other special jersey number we didn't mention in this video? Let us know in the comments, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to give us a like, it costs nothing and helps us a lot. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you soon.